Okay, so I'm going to have you go ahead and lie down. And I'll have you place your hands on the inside edge of your hip bones. So kind of right into the bone.
Okay.
That's right here. Yeah, right into the bone with your thumbs. Okay. So as you inhale, you want to feel like your hip bones are widening. And then when you exhale, I don't want you to do anything necessarily. I just want you to feel as if you can kind of press your fingertips in. And you'll feel a little band of muscle right there in the low stomach. Can you feel that?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Is that okay on your back? Do you need a pillow?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you inhale, the hip bones widen. As you exhale, the hip bones narrow. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit, but I want you to keep going. So while you're inhaling and the hip bones are widening, the pelvic floor is releasing. And I recommend doing this every night for just a few moments, just to let go. And we hold a lot of stress in our pelvis. And this actually is a wonderful way to release neck pain and shoulder pain by addressing the pelvic floor. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the Kegel muscles. And for today, we're going to talk about the back, the middle, and the front. So I hope I don't have to explain that, but you have separate muscles. And I want you to think about them as the back muscle that controls the number 2, the middle muscle, which is the vaginal muscle, and then the front, which controls number 1. Some people can easily control back, middle, front. Some people have difficulty, and what they feel, and it's okay, and even when you do back, middle, front, you'll feel kind of an engagement, a little more engagement, and then, oh yeah, that's engaged. And so that's what we're trying to do. So it's not you're not going from 1 to 10, you're basically going from 1 to 5, maybe 6. So we're going to engage, when you exhale and you narrow the hip bones, draw the pelvic floor muscles in. So back, middle, front, hold it for a second. And then as you inhale, slowly release it. So we'll do that 4 times. I know I've asked you to do a lot of things. So you're breathing in on the inhale, the diaphragm lowers. When you exhale, you're pulling the pelvic floor up. I'm asking you to exhale all the way, and you'll feel the belly button pull up, up, up. Nice. Good. One more time. Beautiful. A lot of people have a lot of tension here. That's wonderful. Okay, now come back to rest. Could you feel that band of muscle right between your hip bones? Yes, exactly. And that's the 8-pack. That's what really flattens our stomach. Now, I know you don't have this, but when your kids were, right after giving birth, and a lot of people, I work with people that had children 30 years ago, and they had that separation, and you deal with women's health issues too. So what we're going to focus on, when we gently pull up the Kegel muscles and narrow, we pull the belly button in, okay? And eventually that cue of pulling the belly button into the spine will activate all of those muscles, okay? So let's do it about 3 more times. When you exhale, pull the pelvic floor in, narrow the hip bones, pull that belly button in. It'll start to rise up towards your ribs. Can you feel that? Let's do that a few more times. This is the exercise that I give to people that need strengthening from prolapse, front, back, or middle, because all of that can happen. Also, when you have a diastasis, this helps to close the lower diastasis, the part underneath the belly button. Okay, now to get to the top portion of the diastasis, this is fun. All right, rest again. So I don't want you to overuse those muscles. So when the belly button pulls in, if you just pull the belly button in, all those muscles engage now, right? Okay. So when the belly button pulls in, I want you to breathe and narrow your ribs and then drop them down. Oh my gosh, your waist just shrunk. You have a small waist anyway, but now it's itty bitty. Yes, did you feel that?
Yep.
So as you inhale, you relax. As you exhale, you activate and let all the air out of the lungs. Keep dropping those ribs at the very bottom. And your upper back just stretched. I saw that. Again, feel the release and feel the contraction. And let the air all the way out. Now keep the stomach slightly relaxed, tight for the last one. Inhale. And exhale, pulling in, pulling in, pulling in, pulling in, and relax. So 3 reps. That was intense, huh? So I'm going to give you one more freebie, okay? So the cue will be pull the navel in and up. And again, the point of this is to close the diastasis, help with anybody that has prolapse. And this third one just gives you rockin' abs. Okay. So this is the new version of my new back plank here.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
I know. So you helped me create it. So we're going to go in. We're not squeezing our bottom. Okay. That's really important. It's just the stomach for this part. So we're going to pull the pelvic floor in and up, navel in, and you're going to hold that in at about a 6, if you can, 5 to 6. And then as with each exhale, when you're going to breathe into your ribs, with each exhale, the ribs narrow and knit and drop. Good. Now, as you exhale next, you'll dig your right heel into the table and bend the knee and keep your hips perfectly still, all the way in. Yeah, like you're trying to march. Good. And then push it away. I'm going to allow you now to engage as long as your stomach is engaged, add the butt and then bend the left knee. A little bit harder now, huh?
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, right? So the glutes are a power booster. You cannot turn the power booster on unless you got a well-tuned, well-oiled machine. It's got to be working. Keep going. I didn't say you could stop. Good. Now, after you do your left one, keep your butt tight. I'm going to let you relax because we're going to do double duty. Quick push out. You're not going to say double duty again. So we're going. Okay, I have too much fun. All right, so we'll pull in and activate. Once you've got the stomach really active, pinch your bottom and bend both knees in and out. Don't move your pelvis. Good. It's hard, huh? It is hard. Good, and that's our heels on there. Last time. Yeah, don't let the hips move. It's not double duty. And relax. That was awesome. Did you feel your stomach? It's a joy. It's a joy.